All right, good morning, everyone. Louis Sports Man Over Market, and today is July 6th. And surprise, 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 no deal, no Greeks. The austerities, they basically said no to no more austerity, and so now the ball is in the ECB and mostly the Germans' hands about what they want to do with Greece. Um, Ironically, the chart I've got in front of you is it looks like a little bit like spaghetti, but we'll try to make some sense of it. If you take this 2134 high and this low back on in January, right, 1970 quarter, I drew a Fibonacci retracement from that high to that low, and it looks like the 50% point was 2052, which we are trading below. All right. And overnight high, I mean, we actually we'll get to that, but and so 2032 here is a 38.2% retracement. 38.2% retracement of that number. This is starting to get a little sketchy now. I drew this line the other day, this last line of defense here at 2017. Also, this is a day chart. If we have a close under this 2044.65, that will take our pivot and turn it into a sell. And it looks like we may go down and test that 1970 and a quarter area, 1970 and a quarter. So we are going to be watching that today and see what happens. It's going to be another news-driven day, but the problem with this news-driven day is that we're already at some technical levels that are key for trading. All right. So when we take a look at, I'm going to take a look at the overnight profile. That should be it right there. We're talking about a huge range with a high of 2059 quarter, and also we have a gap opening. So right now we haven't taken that out. So we opened on Sunday 2063 quarter. All right. We still have a gap down to 2059 quarter. So that's a key because remember we always like to fill the gaps. We've got a low down here of 2034 and a quarter. This certainly looks unfinished down here. Also looks like with this gray matter, this gray area that we have to put some more time down there. And also in the upper part of the range, we need some more volume. Also unfinished with the gap up above. So it's going to be a tricky trade today because I think we're going to get some whippy, big range trading today. So we're going to have to stay on Twitter, stay in touch with us. We're going to be looking for failures. We're going to be looking for some reversals. Obviously, all the sisters are down. You got the NQ down 29, Russell down 8. We're down 134 at the Dow, and we're down 17. But we got a little bit of a bounce in short term from the lows. I mean, we've rallied 2,000 points off the lows. All right. So from yesterday, when we look at yesterday, and remember it was a shortened session, but needless to say, we've got the value area high at 2073 and a quarter. We got the point of control at 2067, and then 2064 quarter is the value area low, and then down here you can see in orange 2040 is going to be our bull bear zone. So 2040, which we're about 1,100 points above that right now. Let's go to a 5-minute pivot. All right. So the 5-minute pivot we just got taken out, and it's short. All right, just took this out after the rally up to 2051, and that's short. We've got the Russell short, we've got the Dow short, and the Nasdaq has to take out 43.86. So that's going to be key today, 43 on the Nasdaq. So look, when you get stuff like this, when we talk about zones, and I like to talk about zones, take a look at this zone right here, which was, we're talking about the high of 2090, right? So back in March, remember now, the 2030 area, we haven't seen that since March. But back in March, right in here, I was and we when we trace back to here, I had thought the market would go back to 1970, and we didn't. We firmed up here at 32, all right, and we stayed in here, and now we're back in here touching it, and then we went up and made new highs. We're back in here, so this part of the range, you know, from January to the high up here, it's definitely in play. Definitely in play. So, you know, this is going to be a key area, because I can see now the market trading between 2052 and the 1970 area, right? And still be great. I mean, this would be great if we can get down here, build some consolidation, and would be good for the structure, right? Because of all the it's been low volume and so on. So I think ultimately I'm bullish on the year, but I'd like to see the market make a little that sort of retracement, which would be very good. All right. As far as the other markets are concerned, gold is telling us that they're really not concerned with what's going on because it keeps sliding down and making new lows. I mean, here it is at 1160. We're under that 1160. Remember, the low for the year is around 1130. We're trading under value. Okay, so right there. All right. The only one really kind of reacting to the overnight action drastically, I would say, is ZB, right? ZB got a gap opening. The 30-year bond got a gap opening. Um, Remember, they made a low of 147 last week. We're trading up above value, which is 150.14 the high. We're trading about 150.31. We got the bull bear zone over here today at bull bear zone in bonds is going to be 150.28 or 150.09 right here. You see this, and we're trading up above it right now, right? So, it had a gap opening in bonds, gap opening. So, I think the Greek no deal, no more austerity, no more timeline is causing would put a lot of pressure on Janet Yellen as far as that's concerned on raising rates, especially with the instability. Now, the other side of that coin, and I've been saying it all year, and I know you guys are tired of hearing it. Why raise rates when the flight to quality is to buy U.S. bonds at the current rates, right? So, I mean, they're in a catch 22 because we want to sell our bonds because we bought so many of them by ourselves and our U.S. banks and so on. And, we want the other people to start, participating in our debt, which is better for us because we don't own our own debt. All right. Anyway, oil down to 53.91. Will Lewis and Goldman Sachs be right this year? 45 they're talking about. I thought there'd be a stupid low. Definitely think $50 is in the cards right now. Trading below value. 55.13 is the point is the bull bear zone. All right, everybody, have a good day trading. Stay with us on Twitter, and let's make some dough today because when you get these kind of markets, it gives you great opportunities. All right, everybody, take care and talk to you soon. Bye.